What's up guys, it's Black Death member Diehard Ark here, back with you for another video. In this video, we'll be going through the entire Fortnite storyline and what I think will happen next. So if you're new to Fortnite or have been living under the rock for the past 5 years, then this one's for you. The video will be split up into 4 different videos. The storyline of Chapter 1, the storyline of Chapter 2, storyline of Chapter 3, and my opinions on what will happen next. The Fortnite storyline started all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 4. When the meteor landed, causing a divot on the map and a surprise along with it. Inside the meteor was a mysterious pod, which was later to be revealed that is, the 7 began. In that pod was the Visitor, the first of the 7 to ever be released to the Fortnite community. With the 7 now being introduced and the Visitor being released onto the Fortnite island, came the first rocket. The Visitor built a rocket, and people thought this was because he was trying to get back into outer space where he came from. But when the live event happened, this wasn't the case. When the rocket launched, it malfunctioned, causing it to travel through rifts in time, and ended up leaving a permanent rift in the sky, which inevitably ended up bringing things from different worlds into the world of Fortnite. And even a real-life Durburger appeared in the middle of the California desert. Llamas were seen all around the world inside postboxes and even on the street. There began the beginning of Chapter 1, Season 5, Worlds Collide. With the rift still in the sky from the rocket, weird things started to happen. The rift in the sky started to zap out purple energy, destroying cacti on a hill. Once all 7 cacti were destroyed, there was one more lightning strike, one longer than ever seen before. This last shot formed Kevin the Cube, and shut the rift in the sky. Kevin the Cube started to roll around the map and implant itself into the map, creating a low-gravity bubble around it. Once the cube rolled away, it would have left a rune in the floor and moved on to its next destination. It did this 7 times, and then something remarkable happened. Kevin sank into Loot Lake, causing the lake to go all purple and bouncy. This was known as Thanos Lake, and led us directly into Chapter 1, Season 6, Fortnitemares. Kevin the Cube had sank into the lake the previous season. It was now floating in the air, holding the island of Loot Lake on top of it. This then left a hole in the Loot Lake known as the Devil's Anus. The island started to fly around the map, lifting all of the runes up that the cube had previously left about. They all returned to the centre of the map, and the cube started dripping into the hole, in the middle of Loot Lake. Then came the butterfly event. Kevin the Cube spun around. He turned white and drained of power. Then we were transported into a vortex, and was followed by a butterfly-shaped rift. The rift landed on the tip of the player's finger and transported us to a new location in the centre of the map, Leaky Lake, where all peace had been restored, and even Kevin the Cube was implanted in the floor. Soon after came the Winterfest of 2018, Chapter 1, Season 7. May I add that Chapter 1, Season 7 brought across the best season trailer ever. Here it is. going into Chapter 1, Season 7, there wasn't much that happened. We were introduced to the Ice King and the prisoner, or the Fire King, who the Ice King had kept captured, and the prisoner then escaped. We also had a marshmallow concert, which was quite a blast, but unfortunately I couldn't attend that live event. And we also had a second live event where the Ice King was in a ball, and then he threw snow across the map and let us have snow on the map for 3 days or something like that. So it wasn't the most active season for the storyline, but the prisoner escaped, and that leads us straight into Chapter 1, Season 5. No, it doesn't. Season 8. Starting off with Chapter 1, Season 8 then. Yes, I got it right this time. At the beginning of Season 8, the map had drastic changes from a large range of all sorts of stuff. On the top left, there was a volcano linked to the prisoner, or Fire King, and a vault in the centre of the map where Leaky Lake had been dug up. Later on in the season, some metal things, almost like keys, appeared and started moving to the vault. Once all the keys were inserted, the live event began, and we entered the vault. In the vault, not only did we get to pick which item we wanted to unvault to play with in the game, we also saw the 0 point for the very first time, but no one knew it at the time. Once the community had picked which item they wanted out of the vault, the item floated out along with the players. Once we had exited the vault, chaos struck. Literally, the volcano at the top of the map was erupting, sending fireballs out and destroying popular locations like Tilted Towers and Retail Row. The largest fireball hit Polar Peak, the place where the Ice King was, and the place where the prisoner was captured. With this, a monster's eye was revealed from under Polar Peak. What will happen next? Well, let's find out in Chapter 1, Season 9. Season 9 was a blast, but I won't have much to explain, as here is the best live event in Fortnite history to help. What I will say, though, is that at the beginning of the season, the monster escaped, and a mecha robot was built for when the monster returned. Finally, we had Chapter 1, Season 10, aka Season X. After the Battle of the Mech and the Monster, the 0 Point was highly unstable and gave us a blast from the past. Old locations and weapons returned, and even the meteor, the one that hit in Season 4, was back and frozen in time right before it hit. The Seven had to do something about this, as a floating meteor was not safe on the Fortnite island, but they had a plan. Each of them built a rocket and created a rift in time around the meteor. The rockets were moving that fast they managed to unfreeze the meteor and take it through a rift to a different place. That place was above the 0 Point. The meteor came crashing down, destroying the 0 Point. This sucked all of us and everything of Fortnite into the black hole, and the game was unplayable for days on end. This was the end of Chapter 1.